Have you guys ever wondered how to kill more ducks? How to kill more geese? Well, today I'm going to teach you how to do that. Today, this is my 25-26 gear run through of what I used last year that got me so successful. Yes, everyone around the country had pretty horrible luck. Well, I probably killed here in Minnesota for our 60 days, probably up in 70 ducks range. 70, 75 ducks. And it wasn't my greatest season, but it was a hell of a season. We killed a bunch. So, bear with me. This boat that I'm about to show you, it's a little greasy. It's been sitting for 4 months now, 5 months, 6 months. Well, no, 7 months, 8 months. Because season here in Minnesota ended in November. Well, you guys all down south just got their season started. So, this is my rig. This is a 12-foot, 32-inch John boat that's converted to a layout boat. This is all homemade besides the boat itself. Here's the dog door. So my dog Boone just pops right here, and when he's ready to go, I just reach back, pop this lid up, and he goes. So that's the dog door. I have a 7-horse mud motor that I normally run right here off the back. It's just in the shop getting worked on right now. It needs some updating. It's been sitting a minute. So I flip doors. Then I have, she needs some cleaning. You know those bench seat chairs that you see for like sitting on like bleacher stadiums and that kind of stuff? They sell the bleacher chairs. Well, that's what that is. So nice and supported on your back. Just slide it down. Get in your layout position. And then hauling gear, I normally put Boone right here. I sit back there. And then run all my decoys and stuff. This all folds up. I roll this up nicely right here. And I put 2 bungee cords across the top like that. So I throw, I think I fit last year 4 dozen decoys, duck decoys right here. And I put another dozen honkers back there. Or if I want to do a straight honker spread, I run 3 dozen honkers right in the front and 1 dozen in the back. And then it's a tight fit with Boone and all my stuff for camera gear and all the other stuff. But it works. And it kills birds. I had so many unbelievable hunts last year. So my waders I ran last several seasons. This is the Tidewee, right? Yeah, Tidewee insulated, heated. So you just press this button and it turns on. I don't have the battery in it right now. Now, these are breathables. I did have quite a few issues with them last year, so I will be upgrading this season. The boots, the whole inside here is all silicone shut. I siliconed all that. I put that aqua seal along all the seams on every single tape line. This whole pocket here would fill up with water, so time to upgrade those. But other than those leaks, that after 5 years of running these, 6 years of running these, that's the abuse they got, and they just finally gave out. I couldn't be more happier with these Tidewees. I'm probably going to end up buying another pair because these things are unbelievably awesome for the money. I think I paid $170 at the time frame. And I'm not nice to my gear. Alright, so off to my decoys. My decoys I normally run, I believe it's 12 dozen final approach feather packs. So it's like gadwall, widgeon, pintail. I love their gadwall because they got different really nice carves. Like they got one that displays the wing, like that one. Here, let me move my hand. That one looks awesome. The pintails are not oversized, and we have a lot of mixed puddlers that come around here a lot. Now these rigs are cheaper. These are the cupped, I believe, cupped wings. These might even be GHGs. No, these are cupped rigs, Texas rigs on everything, 4 ounces. I believe these are 42s. And honestly, I've had more issues with these rigs than anything, but the weights snap off, and I've had to upgrade rigs a couple times this year, and a couple times last couple years, and I'm in the market for some new rigs. So if you guys have recommendations, let me know what you run. And no, I will never use those damn keel wraps again. Fuck that. They're so dumb. These things work awesome. I put that in a Texas or a 12 slotted bag and run the dozen final approaches in a 12 slot. And then my next duck decoys that I run, 90% of the time I have these dozen, and I run half a dozen DOA mallards. These are probably 4 or 5 years old now. They got some abuses, you can tell. Their heads are a little beat up, but gosh, these things are awesome. Very little wind, they'll get rocking back and forth. And then for motion, I do not run any spinners. Spinners are not a good thing for me in this area. So many people have used spinners in this area that the birds are weary to everything. So I use these Higdon pulsators for any motion. And if I need to run a spinner, I'll throw up like one of those cheap Lucky Duck doves or those cheap Mojo Voodoo doves, and I'll run that. This year, I'm going to run, I think, 3 dozen coot decoys if I go diver hunting or bigger water in the late season. So I got to get some more rigs for that. But these things, whew, they look awesome. I love them. I don't shoot very many coots, but I see a freaking million of them. So I got to pick up another dozen or 2 of those they should be getting ordered this week, and then I'll be switching my boat up to a kayak by the end of the season, or by the beginning of the season too. So everything will be changing. I'll be running more 12 slot bags and all that kind of stuff. Now for honkers, this is a little different. I don't run one brand of honkers. I run multiple. So my favorites, by far, not just because they're cheap, but because they're high quality. The DOA Refuge Series honkers. This is a 6-pack, and they just look so realistic. They got a flocked head. They got great detail in the carve. The colors pop. Paint doesn't hold up that great, but when the geese start noticing the paint, they better be getting dropped, because from a distance you can't tell at all. So I love these honker decoys. They work awesome. Now, a decoy that's very underrated that nobody really, there's a handful of people that run it, but more people need to run it because it's a great decoy. Is these SX, I believe these are these the lessers? I think these are the lesser decoys. It's like $80 for 4. And these cute little guys, they work perfect for early season. They work perfect year round. Well, for hunting season, that is. They got a flocked tail, flocked head. The eyes pop on them. Great detail in the carve. They're over carved, in my opinion. They got nice, deep carves, so the feathers just make it really pop. So that's one decoy. And then if you want to go the cheap route, which isn't really the cheap route anymore, because everything is not cheap about these things. SX are cheaper, actually, I believe. These are the Cabela's Northern Flight. This is probably 10 years old. I think I have 2 dozen of these, dozen of the SX, and half a dozen of the DOAs, or something like that. Pretty close to that. And it's all on the cupped decoy rigs, and like I said, I'll be changing all that up. These are all 4 ounces, 42s, and I want some longer ones and some heavier weights, because every now and again you'll have a couple floaters when you're in deeper water. So Now for safety, when you're on the water, PFD. No matter what you're doing, whether that's fishing or hunting, always run a PFD. This is a Bass Pro Shops, one of those inflatables, and I love it to death. I wear it for everything. This is the M24, and I think it's like $100. I got 3 of them. I gave one to my buddy, and yeah, you need to run PFDs. That's the last thing you want to be, is another statistic. So make sure you run PFDs and you can stay afloat, especially with the waders, because once your waders fill up, it's like an anchor. There you go. You're going right down to the bottom of the river, bottom of the lake, wherever you're hunting. So be cautious. Always use PFD, no matter what. Now for a dog blind. I always run at least one dog blind if there's, say we get out somewhere and I can't hide the boat where I want to hide it, or I can't hunt out of the boat. So no matter what, I have a dog stand with. And this is an ASD or Avery dog blind. This locks back here. Let's do it quick. So this dog blind right here works awesome. Hides boon pretty good. You can grass the front, you can grass the front on the other side. So these are both, this is the back more or less, but when I leave the doors open, it's the front. And it's dried up right now. I need some new grass on everything. So yeah, it works awesome. I love them. This actual stand itself, pile of crap. Don't ever buy that Avery dog stand unless you want to just use the actual bed portion. Mine gave out. I got a 50-pound lab. There's no way that should have gave out, but it gave out. So now all I do is just run the actual bed stand portion, not the actual legs. The legs are piles of crap. So just keep that in mind if you're ever looking for your dog. I would stay away from this one because it's been a pile of crap from day one. And unless you're doing what I'm doing, where you just take it apart and just use the actual bed stand, and that way you can actually use it for like blinds for open, or for field hunting or that kind of stuff, then it works great for that, but not for water unless you're on a cattail bog where you're up high and or whatever, you know. So if you guys want to see more, say like my early teal setup, or what clothing I run, what gun, what ammo, calls, all that stuff, I can get more of that too and do all that stuff. I run kind of a unique setup for shells, and I know like there's certain people on the internet that frown upon the setup I'm doing, but there's certain people that I've heard talk about it and I've seen night and day difference last year compared to other years for my shooting percentages, for my actual downing of birds where they're just stone dead instead of crippled. I'll give you a hint. I do not run 2-shot at all for anything. Not even honkers. Honkers, I do not run double B either. So there's your hint. For my dog setups, for all that stuff, late season diver stuff, I can show you my long line setup. I can get my other buddy over here and we can do it, or I can go over there and do a gear drop of what he's got, because he's got a hell of a lot more setup than I do for divers and even paddlers. He's got a very unique setup too. He runs a canoe and with a trolling motor, and it keeps up with me. So if anything, he passes me with his trolling motor and canoe, I'm sorry. And yeah, so stay tuned for the next one. I should have a bunch of the links in the description of my gear, of what I'm running currently. If any of you guys are interested in any of that stuff, feel free to go down below in the description, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and stay tuned for the next one. There should be some more fishing content coming up, and hopefully some more pretty soon. Duck season's gonna be around the corner. It's probably, let's see here, it's July, so 2.5 months away. 2 months away till early teal and early goose. So stay tuned for the next one.